Today I'm gonna be doing. Me and my dad are gonna be doing a Shadowbox. First, we wrote all of this down, all the stuff that we're gonna be doing. Dad and Christopher Shadowbox project.
Okay, and what does step 1 say, Chris?
It says, cut the sides and back to fit plexiglass window.
Plexiglass window. So the first step is this piece of plexiglass. Chris, I want you to go ahead and get my tape measure. And I want you to measure the length. Measure the length and then I'll write it down.
All right. There we go.
Make sure you're on. There you go. Good boy.
Is 2 feet 8 inches.
2 feet what?
8 inches.
2 feet 8 inches. Okay, so we're gonna write down that we know it's 2 feet. 2 feet 8 inches is what? The length, right?
The length.
So we put an L for length. So we got 2 feet 8 inches for length. Now give me the width.
Stay.
I'll hold it for you.
This is 1 foot 8 inches.
Very good, buddy. Okay, so now we know what? We know the size that we have to cut the frame. Would you say 1 foot 8 inches?
Thin.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Width. We'll double check. Always double check. Listen, measure twice, cut once. Trust me, you always want to do that.
Yep, it is 1 foot 8 inches.
Okay, so now the next step, people, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to set up our saw. We're going to clean off this table a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut these outer pieces that are going to create the frame. Now that we know the size, we'll go ahead and we'll move to the frame. Right, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay, and action.
Alright, so now I'm going to be measuring these to the length of the plexiglass right there. Alright.
To the measurements that we made, right?
Yep.
2 feet 8 inches. Now, what did you do here? You clamp the 2 pieces together, right?
Yep.
And then you can cut both of them at the same time, right?
Yep.
And measure.
It's
Okay.
easier to make it so I don't have to go one by one and take it longer. Right.
Okay. Show us what you're gonna do.
Now I'm gonna measure it. Make sure I'm gonna.
I think you gotta pay attention to what you're doing over this side.
Gonna lock it.
Okay, good boy.
And I'm gonna make it past 3 feet, so I'm gonna put my finger down. And now I'm gonna look for where 2 feet 8 inches are, right there. And right where the inch starts, put a line.
Put a line. Very good.
Right there.
Okay, and then what?
Then you
Nope, leave it. You gotta do the bottom, right?
do the bottom.
That's right. Sometimes we forget. It's okay. That's what I'm here for.
Same spot, only a little higher because I'm not. So.
No, not a little high, because there you go. 2 feet. Put it right on the mark, right? Are you that blind? You gotta look that close. All right. Okay, so now, what are you gonna do?
Can I take this off?
Yep, come on. Use your thumb. Push it, pull it up.
What's this long? It's hard for me.
Okay, what's next?
Now I'm gonna
Use a straight edge, right?
straight edge. Whatever it's
And
called.
connect the dots. So you have 2 straight lines. Or 1 straight line, but 2 on each, 1 on each.
There we go. Should be
Right?
perfectly.
What I do usually is I'll put my pen or pencil right where the line needs to start, and then I move it. I move this over to the pen, and then I just adjust the bottom part. Now just slide the bottom over to there. Boom. Now with 2 hands, hold this down. With 2 hands, hold that down. All right. Or 1 hand. Just press it down. Now take your other hand and draw the line. Just draw it straight across there. Use 1 hand to hold it.
I am a righty, so I was.
Well, just make sure you don't move. You better hold this in the middle. It'll slide on you. Hold the pen straight up and down and draw a line. All the way down, both of them. Very good. You got to complete the top. Not that it's necessary, but go ahead. Okay.
All right.
So now we have our cut marks, right?
Yep.
And then, you know what's next?
Cutting.
Skill saw time. Okay, we'll be back with cutting the wood. Christopher and his shadow box. So we got the line cut, right, Chris? I'm not cut, made. All right, we got to clamp down on both ends. It's not going to move. We have it off the side of the table. Right, buddy?
Okay, right.
Okay, so time to use the skill saw. Yay. Okay, but this is what?
A daddy do.
A daddy do. All right.
Wait, you tell me to say it. I never want to say it, but all right.
Okay. Don't move.
Oh, right
You ready?
Oh, no.
We're going to go ahead and cut.
All right, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yep.
There we go.
All right.
Now we have two pieces. And now we're going to cut the sides. Okay, Chris, so we cut the sides, right? Those are ready to go. That's the what? That was the length, right? All right, now we're going to cut the width. The two of them that are going to be top and bottom. Right, left, top and bottom. And what size do we need to cut them to?
1 foot, 8 inches.
Okay, let's go ahead and measure it out like you did the other one. Let's get it done.
Upside down.
It doesn't matter. You can figure it out. Read it upside down. Let's just hurry up. These people don't want to sit here 90 days waiting for you to make a mark. That's enough. You don't have to do that. Just go to the size you need and mark it. You're fine. You're being too anal, little man. 1 foot, 8 inches. You're at 2 feet, my friend. 1 foot. Find the 1 foot. You got it right. Now 8 inches. Make a mark right there. No, make it, yeah. Right there, 1 foot, 8 inches. Actually, buddy, you made it 1 foot, 6 inches. That's 8 inches. Okay, so let's just make the correction and go to 8 and make the mark right there.
All right.
Okay, let me just double check. Okay, now you got to do the same thing on this side, right? So go ahead, just push it down. Use your other hand to pull that tight at the end. There you go. Pull it tight. Use your fingers to do that. There you go. 1 foot, 8. Right over here. Keep going. What does it say? You tell me.
1 foot, 8 inches.
Right. Don't make the mark there. Make it at the bottom. I said make it at the bottom. Right. On the other side so that the marks are farther apart. Okay. Now what?
And now we do the same thing with this thing over.
What are you calling it? A straight edge? You're using it for a straight edge, right? To do what?
To measure on this.
You're measuring one. Oh, really? You mean connecting?
Connecting, measuring, whatever.
Okay.
Same thing.
I'll be right back. We'll get this thing cut for you.
Action.
Okay, so we got the box laid out. We got a couple clamps in here. And now we're going to square it. Okay, the first thing I want to tell you is those measurements we did were exact measurements. The 2 foot by 8 and the 1 foot by 8. Problem was, and I didn't compensate, was the thickness of these on the edges that was going to actually make the box wider. So I had to take off the thickness of the ends first. I forgot about that. So once I did that, now I'll create a box. Now you want the box to be square. The way you find out square on anything is you do corner to corner measurements, okay? So you put the put your tape measure down in one corner, down right here, and we're gonna move this tape measure down to the next corner. We're gonna take a reading, and I have 37 3/4 at this corner, and then let's try this corner. Down here. Oh, got 37 3/4. So that tells me now. That tells me now that we're square, that the box won't be tilted this way and this way. We go ahead and we can start beginning gluing and setting our screws. So that's going to come up next, okay?
All right. Action.
So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make those up, the corners. We're going to drill pilot holes, and then we're going to set our screws with some glue. Now, pilot holes, you're using a drill bit that's going to be thinner, smaller than the screw. So if you're using a 1/8 screw, you want to use, you know, maybe a 1/16 drill bit. If you're going into concrete and stuff like that, drilling pilot holes can really get complicated. But just with this basic wood, and we don't want to crack it, I'm just going to be safe and go to a smaller size. I put a piece of tape on it, and that's the depth that I want each one of these screws to get. So we line up our ends, and very carefully and straight, we drill our pilot hole top. Right. There's one. And we'll start two. There we go. All right, now we have our pilot hole set. Now what I want to do is I want to take a little glue, wood glue. You want to apply it right where it's going to be coming together. That's going to make a mushy mess, but it's okay. Okay, let's put these two pieces together. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move to gluing it. Securing it. Let's change out the drill bit. And now we're going to move to my driver bit. And let's set a couple screws. Find your pilot hole. Make sure you're all even on your edges. And go nice and easy. We don't want to crack the wood. Just bring those two pieces together nice. Little countersink there. Let it sit inside. And we got one screw in. We'll do the second one. And then we're going to go around. We're going to go around and we're going to do the same to all sides. Just like that. And then we'll begin to put to measure and cut for the back side. Right, Christopher?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, we're going to have Christopher go ahead and drill two more pilot holes in the end here for us. He's holding the drill nice and straight. And go ahead and drill the first one. Push in. Oh, wait a minute, buddy. All right, now try. The drill was set in the wrong way. And up to the tape. Keep going, and right out. Don't stop it. Pull it out while you're spinning it. Keep the trick. There you go. Perfect. Do the next one, making sure you go nice and straight. The table's kind of in the way on this one, so just be careful. You don't go at an angle. And perfect on the dot, and straight in. Come down a little bit. There you go. Go. A little bit more. Perfect. Pull it out. Nice job. You did good, buddy.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Slid off. All right, go ahead. Keep the drill straight. See where the tape is? Perfect. Pull it out. Next one. Right there. Straight. Go for it. Back out. All right, so now we're going to add the back. Okay, we have all the corners secured, glued. Okay, now we added the backing. The backing is too big. So what we did is we clamped it down and we just matched it with the edge of the board because it should be square. But Chris is checking to make sure it's square. And he's going to see what he gets at the end there. And we got 37.5. All right, now let's try it this way. Put that on the corner for me, buddy. and 37.5. So we know we're square, and we can go ahead now, and we're gonna measure out. I mean, not measure out. We're gonna take a pen and we're gonna make a line all around the edges, so we know where it's gonna be cut. We're gonna make a line there and all here, and then we're gonna cut it out, and we'll be right back. Right, Chris?
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna cut it. Now, I said to use a pen first time, make a mark all around the edge, but you know what? You can just use your knife, use a very sharp knife, and score it all the way. You might have to go back and forth a couple times, but just score it with the very sharp knife. Go down, boom, snap off the pieces, and we should have a back piece. Action.
Alright, so now we're gonna nail the half nails into the outside of the perimeter, and that will secure our back piece. Then we're gonna decorate the inside, and then do.
We still got to put the plexiglass.
Yeah.
Right now, we're at what step, though? I mean, let's look at our steps, right? We're at step
18.
secure back panel to wooden frame. So we still have to decorate, paint the Bruins colors, etc. And we still got to secure rope lights, drill the holes for electrical cord, install plexiglass door in the hash block, right? So we're getting there, right, Chris? So you were going to start with these nails, and you're going to start securing that. And there's our box. And we'll go ahead and do that for now, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. One. So we got the nails going around the perimeter, like Christopher said. He's nailing in the last of the nails right now. He's killing the last of the nails right now. Just nail it in, friend. Use the weight of the hammer the way I taught you. You're going to be there an arm and forever. Use the hammer. Lift the hammer and bang the hammer down straight. All right, set up the next nail. You're going to be able to do that without killing your finger? Dude, you got to put it right over there. Move it up a little. Right there. All right, now tap it in to get it started. Nail straight down now. It's heavy, huh?
My hand is very hurting.
It's heavy, I know. I gotta help the guy, you know?
That is gonna be way easier. In the corner?
Yep. So we'll go ahead and we'll finish all that up. We're gonna flip it, and I'm gonna show you a couple ideas of what to do with the screw holes and try to make it look like one piece. Nice job, kid.
Yeah, it sounds way easier.
Okay, so we're done with part one, right, Christopher? Yeah. We've worked our way right down to getting the secure the back panel into the wooden frame. So tomorrow, 4, 5, and 6, or part 2 of this, we're going to continue with our shadow box.
Yay!
See you next time.